Welcome back, Motorheads. This is Hot Rod Finds on Facebook Marketplace. Up first, got 1933 Factory 5 fiberglass kit. Now, even though this is a kit car, it's actually pretty cool. I like what they've done here. It's actually pretty dang sharp. Is it worth $49,000? I have a hard time spending that kind of money on a fiberglass kit car. But overall, this thing is pretty dang cool. Even though it's a kit, I think it came together nice. The interior doesn't look too terrible in it. Kind of like what they've done. Not so sure about the center console. But if you're into the kit cars and if you entertain buying a fiberglass kit, this might be something you're interested in. Leave it down in the comments what you think. Up next, got a 1951 Mercury lead sled for $47,250. Yeah, the 49, 50, 51 Mercuries, I think were some of the best looking cars that ever came out. I really do. Those are some of the cars that absolutely look phenomenal, chopped. I like what they've done with this one here. I love the subtlety they've done with the customization on this car. All around, it's just a beautiful Mercury. Just a great choice of a car if you want to build a true lead sled. I always thought those cars came out nice when you went that route. But what do you guys think of this 51? What do you think of that price tag? Leave it down in the comments. Next, got a 1940 Ford for $38,500. Here we got another great looking little hot rod. I'm kind of not digging the red on it. I just think I'd have went with a different color than red. Everybody does red. You know, red's kind of played out when you do the two-tone with red and black. I think I would have went with some other kind of colors. Maybe even either a silver on top, silver on the bottom with a black top. I mean, they could have went in different variations. Anything other than the red and black, because it's just been done too much. But what do you guys think? Leave it in the comments. Next, got 1952 Chevrolet for $19,000. This is a pretty cool little Chevrolet. I like a couple things they've done here. One of the things I do not like, though, is the paint scheme. One, it's back to that red and black. Everybody does that. But I don't like the way they painted this here with a whole red back, the red top. You know, trying to almost mimic like maybe a 55, 56 Chevrolet. I just don't care for that. But other than that, it might be a cool little car to pick up if you get it for the right price. But what do you guys think? Leave it in the comments. Next, got another 51 Mercury for $49,995. Now, I know I'm going to get some heat for this one here. Even though this is built by somebody who knew what they were doing, I'm not quite digging this one as much. I like the color scheme on this car. I think that's cool. But I'm not so on board with the front end on this car here. I don't mind the tail section. I think they did a good job there. It looks good. Like I said, these are the cars that look good chopped. Not everything can pull that chop off. This one does. The Mercury absolutely does. And I'm not such a big fan of that interior in this car. I mean, I'm sure they were trying to get that wow factor with the interior, but to me it just kind of looks like some candy corn or something going on in there. I just can't get on board with that. But what do you guys think? Next, got 1932 Ford Delivery for $25,000. And here we got us another little fiberglass kit that I don't think turned out too bad. I like those little sedan deliveries. I think they look pretty cool. Especially the 30s models. I think those are actually pretty dang awesome. Now, I wish they would put some better pictures of this car up here so we could really see what we were looking at. But from the ones that we can see, the car doesn't look too bad other than its mustard and ketchup. I don't like the color scheme, of course. But I do dig the car. I think it's kind of neat. It's kind of interesting for being a kit car. For being a fiberglass kit anybody can build at home. It's not bad. Next, got 1931 Ford for $28,000. Now, this is an interesting little hot rod with a little bit of rat rod vibe going on with it. I really dig this car. I like rat rods. I like what they've done here where they kind of kept it more traditional hot rod, but with a little hint of the rat rod flavor. I like how they kept it very subtle when they built this car. It looks good. I really don't have any real complaints about this car here. From the pictures, it looks like they've done a pretty dang good job of putting this one here together. I'm actually digging the interior, even though it's going to be uncomfortable as hell to try to ride around in that thing very long. And it's going to sound like you're riding around in a Campbell's soup can, because I don't think they probably have a lot of insulation in them door panels, just saying. But overall, it's a pretty cool little car. What do you guys think of this little hot rod, rat rod? Leave it down in the comments. Next got a 1948 Studebaker for $30,600. Here we got some pretty cool little bullet nose Studebaker, and I don't know what it is about these. They're not an attractive car. They're kind of so ugly that they're kind of cute kind of way. But I've always liked them bullet nose. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm just weird. I'm actually digging this one here. I like the subtleties that done on this one here, and I don't mind the color. I think I would change that blue interior to go with that color. But it's kind of working with the blue top, but just think maybe that shade of blue should be a little different to try to pull that off and tie that all together. But overall, this is not a bad looking Studebaker, and it's one of those oddball kind of things. So what do you guys think? Leave it in the comment. Next, got a 1926 Ford for $27,500. You know, ever since I was a kid, I've always liked these, and I think I will always have a soft spot for these the rest of my life. I think they're cool. You know, when I was a young man, these right here were like the epitome of hot rods to have. And this one here, the fact that this was built in the 60s, then put away, and it's been just preserved the way it has. This here is a pretty dang cool little thing to get a hold of. And I don't think the price is terrible. Next, got a 1932 Ford for $69,950. Now this one here, if you're a big car guy, you probably watched American Graffiti. And you have a weird fascination with this car like I do. This is the one that I want to build. At some point in my life, I will build me a little 5-window Ford. I'm not a Ford guy, but this car here, I don't know what it is about it. I gotta own one of these, but I got to be the one who puts it together. I don't see myself spending that kind of money on somebody else's rendition, even though this is a good replica of Milner's car. I'm not saying it's not. It looks good. It looks to be pretty much correct. I would have to go back and watch the movie 100% to make sure they did everything exactly right, or what I could see, and do a ton of research, look back through the archives, and find out if you can find the original build instructions and things of that nature, what they did. Now that's the way I would do it if I was going to build an exact Milner's replica. But like I said, this is a very cool car, and it looks very well kept, and it looks very well done. I just almost have them stroke looking at the price tag, knowing it's a fiberglass kit. So that'd be the one exception, is I will have a steel body 5-window if I can find it, and that's how I will put my replica of Milner's car together. Well, that's all I got for you today. If you liked today's video, make sure you smash that like button. Consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one.